Thank you for joining us today. So today I'll be sharing with you 10 climate change myths alongside the facts. I know you must have heard many things in the society on social media, things like climate change isn't real. Scientists don't even agree with climate change. So people even say it's just the sun. Yes, I know you must have heard all of this, but today I'll be separating climate facts from climate myths. So, as you all know, I'm Thango Ochai and I am a climate change and environmental advocate. I speak about climate change and I try to make it very easy for you to understand. So, the first myth we'll be looking at is climate has always changed. Yes, climate has changed naturally, but what we are feeling this time around in our society, in the community, is different from what we have been feeling before. In fact, we have strong evidence to prove that all these things are human activities, and the main driver of these things are greenhouse gases. So, the second myth is it's cold today. Okay, so some people believe that weather is climate. No, there's a difference between weather and climate. So one cold day does not disapprove global warming. So if today is cold, does not mean that global warming is not true. No, there's a difference between climate and weather. Weather is long-term pattern. Why? Rather, climate is long-term pattern, while weather is something that happens in just a day, or even in a day they can have different atmospheric condition in a particular day. So the third myth is climate is all about temperature. No, when we talk about climate, we have different parameters. We have different things that make up climate. For example, rainfall pattern, extreme heat, drought, flooding, rising sea levels, even ecosystems. When we put all these things together, it forms our climate. And the next myth is Africa doesn't need to care. No, Africa must care, because as Africans, we bear the greater brunt of climate change. We see how climate change affects our food, water, livelihood, even our communities. We are feeling the impact of climate change so severely. So we need to care about climate change. So some people, another myth is that some people believe that planting trees alone will not solve it. Yes, we planting trees alone cannot solve it, because trees are, they are important, but we have other things that we need to do alongside, like taking actions to reduce greenhouse gases. Doing all those things, putting them together, will help to protect the ecosystem and also reverse or avert the issues of climate change. So the sixth myth is one person action will solve climate change. No, the issue of climate change needs collective action, both from individual, government, companies, institution. Everybody have a role to play. We all have roles to play to help climate change. So another myth is it only affects future generation. That is not true. We can see the effect of climate change happening to us even now as we speak. We can see heat, flooding, and many other things happening. It's not something that will happen in the future. Climate change is also happening now. Also, another myth is there's nothing we can do about it. That's absolutely not true. There's something we can do about it. We can reduce emission, we can adapt to climate change impacts, we can prepare communities, we can build resilience. In agriculture now, they have resilient crops that when you use them in a drought area, you still have good yield. So another myth is climate actions destroy the economy. No, there are climate action that you can involve, activities that you can involve in that improves the economy, like renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, effective efficiency, even green job. And the myth number 10 is climate change isn't my problem. I tell you, climate change affects everybody. It affects our daily life, the food we eat, the water we drink, our health, our job, our community. So climate change affects us all. So we don't just have to believe everything we see online. We need to ask questions, check with evidence, even keep learning, and by that we'll become good climate change advocates with informed decision. So please, if you like the information you just got, please do well to like this video, share, and subscribe. Thank you.